Before the war that shook the heavens, before the thunderbolt became the symbol of divine rule, before the rise of Zeus and the fall of the Titans, there was a prophecy, a whisper carried through time, born from the deepest wounds of the cosmos, a warning destined to topple kings and carve the future of the world. This is the story of the moment everything changed, the moment fear entered the heart of a Titan, the moment fate chose its path. The events of this episode come primarily from Hesiod's Theogony, one of the oldest surviving Greek mythological texts. It describes the genealogy of the gods, the cosmic struggles between Titans and Olympians, and the ancient prophecies that shaped their destinies. The prophecy against Kronos is not just a myth, it is the foundation of the entire Greek divine narrative. 1. Kronos, the youngest Titan. When the universe was still young, power belonged to the Titans, the mighty children of Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. But their father, Uranus, ruled with fear. He imprisoned his children within Gaia's depths, trapping them in darkness and pain. It was the youngest Titan, Kronos, sharp-minded, ambitious, who answered Gaia's plea to overthrow the tyrant. With a sickle forged from the earth itself, Kronos struck Uranus, ending the reign of the sky and beginning the age of the Titans. He became lord of the cosmos, ruling beside his sister wife, Rhea. But the wound he inflicted upon his father would echo through time in a prophecy that would haunt him forever. 2. The prophecy of vengeance. As Uranus fell, broken and bleeding, he spoke words that chilled Kronos' heart. You too will be overthrown by your own child, just as you have betrayed me. This was not merely a curse, it was a divine prophecy, inevitable, unbreakable, woven into the very fabric of fate. Gaia repeated the prophecy. The world itself spoke against Kronos. And so, from the first moment of his reign, the new king of the cosmos lived in terror. 3. Kronos' descent into paranoia. Power brings fear. Fear brings cruelty. Kronos, frightened by the future, determined that the prophecy would never come true. When Rhea bore their first child, Hestia, Kronos took no chances. As the newborn entered the world, warm and crying, Kronos swallowed her whole. Rhea screamed, begging him to stop, but Kronos' fear was stronger than mercy. When Demeter was born, he devoured her as well. Then Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. One by one, each child vanished into the abyss of Kronos' stomach, trapped in eternal darkness as time devoured creation. Kronos believed he had beaten destiny, but prophecies are not so easily undone. 4. Rhea's anguish. Rhea, mother of gods, wandered the world in mourning. Each time she felt life move within her, she knew its fate was sealed. Each time she labored and cried out, she knew the child would be taken. Her grief became known to Gaia, who once again rose against her own son. Gaia understood what Rhea understood, that the world required change, growth, evolution, and Kronos, consumed by paranoia, held the cosmos in stagnation. Rhea determined that her next child would not be swallowed. He would live. In secret, Rhea retreated to the island of Crete. There, in a sacred cave hidden by mountains, she gave birth to Zeus, the child who would one day reshape all existence. Gaia held the infant. Rhea kissed his forehead, and together they formed a plan that would alter the course of eternity. Rhea returned to Kronos, carrying a stone wrapped in cloth, the shape, weight, and cry mimicking a newborn child. Kronos, blinded by fear and instinct, swallowed the stone without hesitation. He believed the threat was gone. He believed he had beaten fate. But in the shadows of Crete, protected by divine spirits, the last son of Rhea grew stronger every day. The prophecy had begun. The prophecy against Kronos reflects several key themes in Greek mythology. 1. Cycles of power. Greek mythology sees rulership as a repeating cycle. Uranus, Kronos, Zeus. Every generation replaces the last. 2. Fear of fate. Kronos' attempts to escape fate only ensured its fulfillment. In Greek thought, resisting destiny tightens its grip. 3. Time devours all. Kronos symbolizes time, and the idea that time destroys everything it creates, even its own children. 4. Birth of hope. Zeus's survival represents renewal, the promise of a new world order, and the idea that tyranny cannot last. And so begins the long path to war. The prophecy has taken root. A forbidden child grows in silence, and Kronos, unaware, believes he reigns unchallenged. But destiny has awakened. The cosmos has chosen its champion, and soon the devoured gods will rise again. In the next chapter of Titanomachy, we follow the hidden childhood of Zeus and the first steps toward a rebellion that would shake the heavens. Rest now, as the ancient world prepares for the war that will define eternity.